afternoon. In comes the cross. Now Ndidi.
That's intercepted by Clucas, and he's got space in front of him here. And that's the only option further forward.
Hold-up play needed here, but Hull have got enforcements coming forward. Clucas!
What a finish. Don't get many finishes like that nowadays, do you? Top corner. What minute was that?
14, 15.
Yeah.
Was it?
Done.
Done.
Right, Sam.
First goal done.
Sam, you just watched your goal back. It means you've just scored in 5 different divisions in 5 consecutive seasons. That's not a bad statistic for any footballer to have on his CV.
No, it's a nice stat to have. Like I say, I've played in 5 divisions in 5 years, and I know I've scored in the previous 4, so I was just waiting for the goal. It's been a long time coming. Definitely should have had a couple before this, but it was nice to get on the score sheet, especially against the team that released me years ago, but it's just unfortunate we didn't get the result.
Does it give you a huge amount of pride?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, it's just another stat, and it's been bandied around all over Twitter and stuff, so it's a nice thing to put your name to, and I'm not sure if many people will be able to match that, or if it'll ever happen again, so yeah, it's a nice stat to have my name pinned to.
Immediately after the game, you said the goal meant nothing to you because of the result, but now the dust has settled on that one. Is it something you can look back on with fond memories despite the end result of the game?
Yeah, it's always nice to score, but like I say, at this stage of the season, especially where we are in the league, the points are all that matters at the minute, and when we go 1-0 up there, we should be taking a point home at least, and we've come away there with no points against someone that was down there with us, which would have probably taken us out of the bottom 3 if we won that. So it's difficult to take, but yeah, it was nice to score. Looking back, it's always good to get on the score sheet, and hopefully that'll give me a bit of confidence going into the next few games to try and get a few more goals.
Sam Clucas, Premier League footballer, is what was said at the start of the season. Now, Sam Clucas, Premier League goal scorer, a nice ring to it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, it should have happened before. I've had a few chances, and I think Snods is still top goal scorer, and he left in January. So people need to start catching him up and getting a few more goals, myself included. And hopefully we'll start doing that in the games to come.
You've touched on it already, but the irony that it came against the club that released you when you were 16 for being too small.
Yeah, when I was 16, they released me. So it was 10 years ago now. After 6 years there, they released me for being too small. And like I say, it was nice to go back there and get the goal, but I was hoping to build on that and hopefully get the 3 points.
What's going through your mind immediately after seeing the ball cross the line? Is it just pandemonium in your head? Yeah,
I didn't know. As you can tell by my celebration, I didn't really know what to do, to be honest with you. I hadn't scored in that long. At one point I was going to go up to their fans and celebrate, and I thought, no, our fans are in the corner, so I just ended up running around in a big circle.
5 years ago it was in the conference for Hereford, Mansfield League 2, Chesterfield League 1, for us the Championship in the Premier League. Can you even begin to sum up the journey you've been on in those 5 years?
No, it's been unbelievable. I never thought it'd happen. I think I've said in previous interviews, I spoke to my friends a couple of years ago when I was in League One, and they said, do you ever think you'll play in the Prem? And I just said, to be honest with you, probably not, because I'm not young. I was not like 18 and playing at that time. I was 24. And to get a chance to play in the Premier League, you used to have to be a young lad from a big team or be a big signing, because it's very, very, very tough division to get into. And I've been fortunate to get into the Championship, which I thought was brilliant, and then to get promoted with this club as well. It's been unbelievable, and it's just a great achievement.
Do you have any favourite goals that you've scored along this journey, whether it's been for us or your previous clubs?
I'll probably say this one. And even though we got beat, just to score in the Premier League, just to play in the Premier League is a dream come true for me, but to actually get on the score sheet and score a goal in the Premier League is, like I say, is every young lad's dream. And especially against Leicester, it just puts the icing on the cake for me as well.
Reflecting more on the journey, how have you handled the step up each year?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've said to a few people as well that I've maybe found it a little bit easier when stepping up, just because my game's really built on the technical side of things and not the physical side. So the lower the leagues you play down, it's more physical and less technical. So I definitely think the Conference and the League Two were the hardest leagues to play in for my style of football, especially. And every time I've gone up, I've stepped up, and I think I've adapted well. And I finally got in the Premier League, and I think I'm doing all right in the Premier League at the minute as well.
Has that been the secret to your success, stepping up one league at a time rather than jumping 2 or 3?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you went from, say, the Conference to the Premier League, I think that'd be too much of a jump, especially from someone like me who'd been playing non-league and been out the football bubble as it is for a while. Just to step up straight into the Premier League from them may have been a bit too much too early. And like I say, I've learnt my trade in all the different leagues, so it's definitely helped to become the player I am today.
And what's the difference between Sam Clucas, who scored for Hereford in 12-13, and Sam Clucas, who scored in the Premier League for Hull City?
Just a lot more grown up, just a lot more experience now. And I think I know my game better than ever. And I would certainly say that my confidence is tripled from playing in the conference. Like I say, I was out of the footballing world for a while and kept getting released, so I was just trying to build my confidence up, and that's definitely done that over the past few years, just stepping up at each level and seems to be thriving in the different leagues. So now playing in the Premier League, I say definitely more confidence. I'm a better all-round player. I know my game, I know what I'm good at, I know my weaknesses, and like I say, it's just a really enjoyable time in my career at the minute.
But you're still only 26, so you've got that desire to progress, develop and kick on even further. Yeah,
100%. I've still got maybe another 20 years if you look at the Japanese player that's playing into his 50s. Hopefully I can play in until then, but now I've got a few years left in my career, and like I say, I'm just taking every moment as it is, because it's been an unbelievable career so far. The previous 5 years, 5 consecutive leagues, so it's been unbelievable, and just take it all in, and hopefully we can stay in the Premier League.
I think you've already touched on this, but people would assume that the hardest league to play in is the Premier League, but which have you found the most difficult for your game?
I'd probably say like the likes of League Two and the Conference, because you're so far away from the top leagues, and that's where everyone's playing in them leagues, wants to play at a higher level, and you just think I need to get my chance, but it's hard to try and show your qualities in that league, because like I say, if you're playing centre mid, there's not a lot of football being played, so it's hard to. Certain teams try and play football, but certain teams just like go long and enjoy the physical side. So it's definitely hard to try and get your name about and try and make that step up. And you definitely need a touch of luck. And I've had that in the clubs that I've been at. I've been at great clubs throughout my career, and I've had a bit of luck where I've managed to progress each season. So yeah, I'd say that the lower leagues, because you're always trying to make it to the top, and it's just harder to get seen down there.
And finally, we can't let you leave without asking, how does it feel to provide an answer for what is bound to be a pub quiz question for years to come?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I hope I go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire one day, and that's the £1 million question, because I'll definitely be able to get that. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a pub quiz question. And like I say, it's just a great start to have my name to, and I'm just happy it's finally come, because it's been a long time coming.